Hey, I'm Mr. James from Charm City Karate. This is Miss Kate. I'm Mr. Max. We're going to teach you, or show you anyway, one of Frank Trejo's drills that I learned over the years. We call this one a sticky hands drill. You might have had it from another name, I don't know. So what these guys are going to do is face each other. They stick their hands out for this. One person's going to go on top, one on the bottom. It doesn't really matter who's who. Now, the object of this drill is flow and sensitivity. So, the person on the bottom, their job is to get loose, and if they do, they get to throw a punch, a light punch, into their partner. The person on the top's job is to stay on top. All right? And the way they do that is by sensitivity, not by like curling their hands around and grabbing or anything. All right? So they want to stay on top, just stay nice and loose and fluid. A lot of times, if you're the person on top, it actually helps to close your eyes. You got to stay loose. If you get all tight, you try to start pushing around and get stiff. Very easy for the person on the bottom to get loose. Okay? Now, you can cheat too if you're the person on the bottom. You can do stuff like put your elbow over the other person's arm. Okay? You can do destructive twins kind of arm thing with them. Clear out their arms. Mr. Trejo used to do this thing to me where he would like reach up and scratch his ear to get his hand out of there for a second, and then he'd reach across and pop me. All kinds of stuff. All right, but basically this is what you want to do. Now, usually I have them switch after about 3 punches get through. All right, but just so that they both get some time on the bottom, I'm going to have them switch now. So I want you guys to switch. Okay, and remember, it's about sensitivity. A lot of times you work with somebody that's big and strong doing this, they'll really try to like muscle you down, they try to like push you out. It's not about who can shove harder or push better or anything like that. It's just about staying nice and loose and relaxed. A lot of times when Mr. Trejo would do this one at a seminar or something, he would get some big guy to like come at him and try to grab him, and he would just keep his hands off, just shoving them all around. Doing this same kind of principle where you just keep sensitivity, push them away, and not let them touch them. And that's really what you're trying to do here. Okay, now, after they've gotten the hang of this, what you do is you have one hand on the bottom and one hand on top. You want to have your right hand on the bottom, left hand on top. You can think of it kind of like an offense-defense drill. Your hand on the bottom is trying to get loose so you can hit. Your hand on the top is trying to stay sensitive so that the other guy doesn't get any hits in. All right, so it kind of makes you split your brain up so that you're trying to get your hits in and not let the other person get their hits in. You have to stay nice and loose and soft and sensitive. I'm sure I can make some kind of weird jokes about sensitive men, but I'm not going to. Now, if you find at some point that this drill becomes too easy for you, you could also add footwork and start wandering around while you're doing it. A lot of people, that's just too tough. All right, that's good. Thanks, guys. All right, so there you go. That is the sticky hand drill as I learned it. And there's actually some more elements to that we'll show you in a later video. So, that's Miss Kate, Mr. Max. I'm Mr. James from Charm City Karate. Practice. We'll see you next time.